Good morning students, this is Junita Mukherjee once again in SS Public School giving you a new chapter of class 11 which is the 11th chapter itself, and its name is Thermal Properties of Matter. So thermal properties of matter, we will know about the thermal properties of matter itself in this particular chapter. So thermal properties, what do you mean by thermal? The word thermal means heat, okay, or you can say the temperature itself. So temperature and heat, what is the difference between the temperature and the heat itself? Temperature can be defined on the value of two types of thing, that is it may be positive, it may be negative. Temperature is defined by this, but heat is different, something different from the temperature. Why? Because heat doesn't have the coolness, but the temperature body has both coldness and hardness of a particular substance, or coolness or the hotness of a particular substance is defined by the temperature, but in heat we will only consider the heat or the hotness of a particular body itself. Now measurement of heat, measurement of the body can be defined by, in the terms of Celsius and Fahrenheit, is given by Tf minus 32 upon 180 is equal to Tc upon 100. From this we can define this Fahrenheit and Celsius conversion. In this particular manner, we have taken a graph in which the temperature is given as 100 and in degree Celsius is 100 and degree Fahrenheit is 112, which is given by a particular graph itself. Okay, so we have here the measurement of the temperature given by these two values itself. Now we have the ideal gas equation. In this particular equation, we have this absolute temperature given by this particular value of suppose the absolute temperature is being given by some particular value of this number, and so the ideal gas equation substance or how to define the ideal gas equation. This particular formula is very much essential for the ideal gas equation, or what you can say, this particular formula is called the ideal gas equation formula. PV upon T is equals to mu R, where PV is equals to mu RT, where R value is 8.31 joule per mole per Kelvin, and this particular value is equal to PV equal to mu RT, or you can say PV upon T equal to mu R. This is the ideal gas situation. In this we will have the Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin ratios given in this particular example, which you have to read it in your book itself. So I will leave this particular topic for you just to read it out in your home itself, and we will continue with this ideal gas equation and absolute temperature. Liquid in the gas thermometer show different readings for temperature other than the fixed point because of the different expansion properties. A thermometer that uses a gas, however, gives the same reading regardless of which the gas is used. Experiment shows that all our gases at low densities exhibit same expansion behavior. The variable that describes the behavior of a given quantity mass of a gas are pressure, volume and temperature, PV and T, where T is equals to T plus 237, 73.15, where T is the temperature or in degrees Celsius. When the temperature is held constant, the pressure and the volume of a constant quantity of a gas are related to given as PV equals to constant. This relationship is known as Boyle's law after Robert Boyle in 1627 to 1691. The English chemist who discovered it when the pressure is held constant and the volume of a quantity of a gas is related to the temperature as P upon T is equals to constant. This relationship is known as Charles' law, as from the French scientist Jacques Charles in 1747 to 1823. Now density gas obeys these law, which may be combined into a single relationship, which is given by PV is equals to constant, and V by T is equals to constant for a given quantity of gas. Then PV upon T should be a constant, and this relationship is known as ideal gas law, which I have already wrote it in the board itself. This relation is can be written in mole general for all the applies, not just for this quantity of a single gas but to a quantity of a low density gas, and is known as ideal gas equation. And I have told you the particular value which is given in the board itself. In equation number 11.2 we have learned the pressure and the volume of is directly proportional to the temperature. PV is directly proportional to T. So when the pressure and the pressure is increasing in this particular gas, already the volume will be increasing, and thus the temperature will also be increasing. Holding the volume of the gas constant, P is directly proportional to T. Thus the constant volume gas temperature is read in terms of pressure. A plot of a pressure versus temperature gives a straight line case and shown in 11.2, which has been discussed here. So, but the relationship is a linear over at a large temperature, and looks so pressure might reach zero with the decreasing temperature, and the gas continues to be a gas. The absolute minimum temperature for the ideal gas, therefore referred by extrapolating of the straight line of a gas as in figure. This temperature is found to be minus 273.15 degrees centigrade and designated at absolute zero. So minus 273 degrees centigrade is the absolute temperature, which has been defined by the terms of Celsius. Absolute zero is the foundation of the Kelvin temperature scale or absolute scale temperature, which has been defined by the British scientist named Lord Kelvin, and on the scale of minus 273.15 degrees centigrade is taken as the 0 point. That is 0 Kelvin, and the size of the unit of the Kelvin and the Celsius temperatures is same. So the temperature on these scale will be given by T equal to Tc plus 273.15. So T is equals to Tc plus 273.15 degrees centigrade is the relation between this absolute temperature, which is given by Kelvin Lord Kelvin in this ideal gas equation with this ideal gas equation form. So this thing has been given to you, and please study the temperature and heat, measurement of temperature and ideal gas equation with the absolute temperature. Please read it in your book itself, and we will move on to the next topic in the next session. Till then, take care and thank you, students.